Did you know that at least 95% of people who visit your website leave without taking any kind of valuable action? Why is that? In this video, I'm going to be talking about exactly what you have to do to each and every page on your website so that your website performs better. What's up, Tariq here with Event Hawk, bringing you the best tips and tools to level up your business online. Now, I've spent tons of time and money researching how to optimize my own website, and I've helped thousands of other people's websites because a website is probably your business's biggest asset. And what I learned is that each and every single page on your website has a specific purpose, right? The home page, the category pages, the product pages, the checkout pages. We're going to talk about each and every one of these and what you're supposed to do on each one. And I'll give you a hint. It's not putting a big add to cart or buy button. All right, let's start with the home page. So the purpose of the home page is not to sell your customers. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they are trying to sell right from their home page. I don't even know you, homie. I just met you and you're asking me for money, right? It's just the wrong thing to do. The purpose of the home page is to get people to click deeper into your website. In fact, most websites lose at least 50% of their visitors right from the homepage. That's called your bounce rate. And the average bounce rate is about 50%. That means that if you had 100 people arrive on your website, 50% of them or 50 of them never even make it past the homepage. Why is that? Well, a couple things. There's 3 questions you need to answer right when I land on your homepage without me having to do any scrolling at all. That's the key point. Now, the 3 things I'm going to tell you, you're going to say, oh, Tariq, I already have that on my homepage, but you probably have it lower down. I want to see these things, especially on a mobile device, right when I land on your website without having to do any scrolling at all. So I want you to tell me in the comments how many of these you strike out on, all right? So number 1, what is it that you do? Very, very clearly, don't try to use smart words or anything like that. What do you do? Party rentals, right? Does your website say party rentals right there? Or does it say, let's have a blast or something like that? You need to be very, very clear. Customers don't pay attention. It probably makes sense to you what you do, but it has to make sense to your customers. And I'd love to see a photo, right? Like some kind of image of what you do, like a bounce house or something like that. But the main thing is you need to have in text, and this is good for SEO and for Google too, right? Party rentals, bounce house, or whatever it is that you do, it needs to be very, very clear right when I land on your website. The next big one, and this is the one that I'm sure most of you guys, be honest, don't tell the truth. Tell me in the comments, how many of you guys actually have this on your website? Where are you located? How many times do you see something that's really, really cool, and you're like, oh man, I wish they had that where I'm at. Dude, if you just mention your general area, like Chicago bounce house rentals, boom, I'm in Chicago, I'm looking for bounce house rentals. Let me see what this site is about. Most people don't do that. So number 1, what is it that you do? Number 2, where is it that you're located? And number 3, possibly most importantly, what should I do next? What do you mean, what should I do next? Customers need to be told what to do. Right now on your website, you have a bunch of different buttons, a bunch of different places for them to click. They get lost. It's like walking into the mall. There's so much going on. It's like, man, what do I do next? Where do I go? And you walk out empty-handed. You don't spend any money. So you have to make it very, very clear what you want the customers to do next. And again, it's not spend money. You don't want to ask them to buy now. You want to ask them to delve deeper in your website. You could say shop now, check your dates or something like that. But I found that the most important thing to do, because most customers are not going to spend money their very first time visiting your website, the most important thing you want your customers to do is you want them to give you their information so that you have a way to follow up with them so that you can establish that line of contact. So what I recommend on every website is some kind of funnel, some kind of bait to get them to give you their information. We're big on coupons, check for coupons, check for specials, and then have them enter their information. You could try different things to see what works, but that's worked really well for us. So that should get more people to click past your homepage onto your other pages. Next, we're going to talk about the category pages, product pages, and checkout pages. But first, tell me in the comments, where have you screwed up so far? And if you've got any kind of marketing, website, or sales questions, put them in the comments and I'll try to do my best to answer them in the next video. And please, if you've got any kind of value at all, I've been putting a lot of work into these videos, please like and subscribe to my channel so that I can get that encouragement to keep doing what I'm doing. Category pages. So your category page is that page that has all your products on it. What do you want your customers to do? You want them to click one, right? You want them to choose a product. For them to do that, you just got to make it super clear what your products are. Just names of your products and pictures that are uniform. I see too many websites where some pictures are big, some pictures are small, some pictures have a white background, some pictures have the bounce house in the yard. It just kind of makes customers feel like you don't have your stuff together, right? So just kind of have a uniform product on your category page, and that should really help. Okay, so I went from your home page, I went through your category page, I got to your product page. This is where you're going to lose tons of people because this is where you're asking them to spend money, right? You have the big add to cart button. It's like, I want to add to cart, I want to spend money with you, but man, I have so many questions. How big is this thing? Do you deliver it or do I pick it up? Is there a delivery fee? So all these questions going on in my head. What if it rains? And your answer is add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Man, all right, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna leave and I'm never gonna come back, most likely. So 2 things you wanna do. Again, you wanna have another way for your customers to give you their information so that you can reach out and say, hey, Sally, you were just on my website. I see you made it to a product page, but you didn't actually book. What questions did you have? You know, I can help answer any questions so that we can make sure that you have a great event. And you wanna have answers to those frequently asked questions on your actual product page. Nobody does this. Everybody has like a frequently asked questions page that nobody's gonna take the time to visit. But picture this. Picture if I'm thinking about, man, I wanna rent this bounce house, but man, it might rain this weekend. Should I do it or not? And right there, you have your rain policy. Right under your price, right under add to cart. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Now I know that I can cancel and reschedule or whatever. I'm like, oh man, do they deliver to my area? Boom, you have that frequently asked question right there. So it's really important. Think about your customer. What is going on through your customer's head when they're on each page? When they're on the product page, they are thinking of these questions. What are the questions they call you and ask? You want to answer those in bullet points on your product page, and that should really help with your bounce rate. Next, we have your checkout pages. This is where a lot of people screw up. I make it all the way from your home page to your category page to your product page. I click add to cart. I see the price. I see the total. I see the subtotal. I see the taxes and the delivery fees, and everything is there. I'm like, cool, awesome, let's do this. And then you manage to screw it up somehow. How do you screw up a checkout process? By adding a lot more options and a lot more stuff for me to read. Take my money, dude. Stop asking me if I want to add this and add that and distracting me like, oh man, this is so much. Let me call my wife. She doesn't answer, right? So I have to wait for her to call me back or think about it, or I text her like, oh man, this is so cool. They got all this cool stuff and you guys are just overwhelming me. You know what? I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to get back to this page. And guess what? I never do. So your checkout process needs to be seamless, needs to be quick, save all the fine print and all that until after you get their money and all the upsells, and you should do a lot better. Now, if you want to learn how to actually market your website, right? It doesn't matter how great your website is. You can do everything that's in this video and nobody's going to know that you exist. You need to market your website. If you want to learn how to market your website, go ahead and check out this video to learn the best way to market your business online this year. Now, if you're more interested in learning how to actually sell customers, you're like, Tariq, I get tons of customers to call me. My phone's always blowing up, but they don't actually book. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know why they're not spending money with me. Definitely gonna want to check out this video. I'll link to both videos in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.